Good evening to the entire playbase of World of Tanks Blitz. I am your host, U1Next13. Welcome to my channel. I hope each and every one of you and your families are doing well. Stay safe. Winter is just ahead, so it's holiday time soon. So today we are going to be jumping into two crazy high damage Super Unicum player replays. One was sent to me by Clown Juice in his back chat, and the other in the E6 by Dresby. Now, what does the back chat has going for it? I'll show you. This tank is very mobile. It's a Tier 10 French light tank, and as we can see here in Blitzkit, the back chat has very troll armor. You will not. This tank does not have armor, but for how it's designed, you will get bounces very every now and then when you are driving around or in a very weird angle. You will get those bounces. So this tank has two guns, the Tier 9 and the Tier 10. The Tier 9 has four shells, each dealing around 270 damage per shot, and the Tier 10 has three shells, each dealing around 350 damage per shot. Now, since the player who sent me played with the Tier 10, the three-shot gun, I will be breaking it down to that. So this tank with the Tier 10 gun with calibrated shells is sitting around 2,928. Free shells, 17 seconds, 17.59 seconds, so almost 18 seconds of replay. 1.9 seconds of intraclip. Penetration at 200. Standard shell has like 247 millimeters of penetration with 350 damage per shot. The gold shell, 330 millimeters of penetration with 300 damage per shot. The HE is 400 damage per shot with 57 millimeters of penetration. This tank has crazy mobility with power to weight ratio of 37.9, which is almost 38. Rounding off to the nearest digit, you get around 65 kilometers in forward and 23 in reverse. So you will be getting in and out of most situations, unless it's the entire red team aiming for you. 1768 hit points depending on what you run. This is a 1768 with improved assembly or hit points. If you are running enhanced armor, so yeah, the armor will be a bit more cringe. You will get you will often get some more ricochets at weird angles. So the only downside of this tank is the 6 degrees of gun depression, and this tank features a mechanics called concealment of movement. So for its low profile, it will be unspotted when it's moving in most cases, unless you are being chased by a red tank and you're visible to the entire red team. And when sitting still, you still have 38 camouflage rating, which will go high up if you are behind a bush or wherever you are situated. Now let's jump into some replays. The back chat, Clown Juice sent me this replay, so he's in his back chat on a supremacy match on Yukon. Now for tank destroyers, he has FV215B183 and a Jack Panzer E100, and for mobility it's himself and the E50, and for heavy tanks it's his clanmate or sorry his teammate in the T95A6, not the heavily armored tank, but it's very mobile medium of a heavy tank, high DPM tank as well, and an E50. Now he's trying to spot up the medium side. He spots no one. So this only signifies that the entire red team is on the heavy side. So he's waiting for a few more seconds before he moves out, and soon we'll see that the entire team is on the heavy side. I believe that's because they have only like one medium, the Project Murat. Now look over here, the 4005, full HP tank destroyer. Clown activates his shell reload boost, and what was once a full HP British tank destroyer Titan is no longer. Long live the 4005. Now he's reloading his shells, 4 more seconds, and he has two targets, the VK72 and the ML. He shoots a max roll into the VK72, clips the ML2 and is gone. Now the VK is 72 is looking at him, so he is going to fall back and reload his shells, and he's gonna relocate. That's what you do. You move in, clip your opponents, and you fall back in and reload. Now look at this. This Conqueror on the red team is not the brightest of players. From the start of the match, he's right in this very position. He clips, Clown just clips him and falls back into cover. Now look at the 268. That's the classic European player nowadays. He rolls in front of the VK, takes 600 and is now taking shots from the entire red clip. You can do nothing about it. So Clown Juice is doing what he can, basically trying to clip the VK72. Now it's only him and the FV215B183. However, Clown Juice is trying to relocate. What he should do now in this position is go for the Project Murad, because he needs to cut off the mobility of the red team. The 183 kills the VK, one-shots him. However, Clown Juice activates his shell reload boost and is clipping their object 268 because he is the only one left on his team. He is now being chased by the Project Murad, taking shots, takes 2 shells, 721, and is now trying to make a break for it. Project Murad is chasing him full HP, right? Now see. Max roll 438, 375, will miss the last shell and takes 1 shell. Now here we'll see the troll armor profile of the Batchat, getting a bounce for 690 from the object 268. Now this is one critical movement in the game where you have to penetrate all your shell. He should be able to kill the Project Murad, but that tank is very has some armor for how it is. The 268 misses his shot, but so does he. The Project Murad is missing his shells, both of them, and now Clown Juice is running away, trying to make a break for it. He knows he cannot take them on head on when he does not have any hit points, and he should have changed his reload because he has only 2 shells in his standard shells, but he did not note that. However, the Project Murad is lucky. He will make a misplay and he will be able to kill him because he's running the Tier 10 gun and 350 damage per shot, so they're long live the Project Murad. Now he's trying to relocate, but accidentally runs into the 268. The 268 misses again. Now Clown Juice will clip him, and this should be an easy victory because the Contrecaro on the red team is not a good player. If he was, he would have supported his team, but he stayed in one place. Probably AFK, but I guess he's not. He's just a bad player. Now Clown Juice thinks he is AFK. He will roll out right in front of him, makes that misplay, takes the shot, and is dead. So much hard work, all gone, just for one misplay. However, with how much effort he put in, this is very heartbreaking. 7.3k damage in the back chat, 3 kills, a golden mastery, and even though he does not have any premium account, he still gets 140,000 credits for all the badges that he has earned. The team was something very precious. Oof. The Project Murad on the red team found himself in a very good situation, took advantage of the situation, was found up 5k damage, but still it does nothing compared to what Clown Juice has done. Now the second replay in the E6 that was sent to me by Grizzly. Now let's see. I'm going to show you what the E6 has going for it. The E6 are Tier 10 collector American heavy tank. Now this tank has received some buffs in the recent update. It has 10 degrees of gun depression, very mobile for its profile. It's like a medium heavy. You see this profile. The hatch was a weak spot, but however, it got buffed in the latest update. It was buffed up to 248 millimeters of armor, I think. And if you are gunned down or hull down with your using your 10 degrees of gun depression, and you are using enhanced armor, you will get more bounces. So this tank, even if you are running calibrated shells, you will have 3000 DPM, 7.7 seconds of reload. Forwards, this tank drives up 50 kilometers per hour, and reverse is 15. 15 is not good, but it's enough to get you out of most situations. Uh, 40 tons is the weight. The damage per shot is 400 on the standard, 340 on the gold, with 373 millimeters of penetration and 65 millimeters of HE penetration, with dealing 515. Now the shell velocity isn't great, but it gets the job done. The dispersion is very good. However, you will miss a lot of shells because this tank has very bad uh, aim time. So if you move a little, anyone who owns this tank knows that the dispersion go blooms. It just blooms and it's big as Jupiter. So you might run V stabs and enhanced gun lane drive when you're using this tank. Now this tank uh, has very nice. He has 2,300 hit points, and the camouflage is decent, nothing good. The dispersion, gun depression is 10 degrees, and the gun elevation is 20 degrees. Nothing great. And the power to weight ratio is 19.2, so it's like a medium heavy. So let's watch the replay now. Now this map, Ghost Factory, is an encounter map, and for this encounter scenario, you need to support your mediums on the medium flank. I believe that's how it should be, because most of the red tanks will be going on that side. So for red tanks, heavy tanks. Dresby has a T57. He himself is in E6, and he has an E5. For mobility, it's just a WZ121. Tier 10 Chinese heavy tank, I believe. Sorry, Chinese medium tank. Sorry, I was a bit distracted. There was a lot of yelling outside my window. And for tank destroyers, it's just a 183 hammer and a Jack Panzer E100. However, there we see another classic European player, the Project Murat, YOLOing in. So Dresby shoots him, lets him on fire, 503 damage, and long live the Project Murat. There you go, one tank instantly gone. It's just how it is on the EU server after the server merge. The players who came from the CIS servers, yeah, special breed. That's all I will say. Because last night I was playing in my uh, account, and I was doing 2,800, 3,000 damage, and here we see the gun is just blooming. It just blooms. Unless you're fully aimed in, you will not be able to connect your shells. You will miss your shells. So yeah, last night I was playing. I was doing 2.5k or above damage, and my team was just one shot of damage. That's all they did. Now he is getting a farm fest over here with the enemy team not looking at him. Now the Jack Panzer is looking at him, so he has to be careful, otherwise that will be 800 damage to the face. Now there is the Chinese tank destroyer, the WZ1113 GFT, and the Jack Panzer is moving upon him, so he has to back out. The 183 on Dresby's team shoots him. Dresby cracks him for 500 damage, and yeah, not enough. He takes 849 to the face, and is still able to kill the Jack Panzer E100. Now the 183 is trying to move in, and the 183 also shoots him. It's just classic YOLOs at this point nowadays in the game. Now the e5 is trying to yellow him as well. Let's see. He shoots the e5. The e5 not being the brightest of players. And the troll armor of the e6. There we see a bounce from the e5. Would have been much more helpful if there was we were getting bounces in the e6 from a 183 or the Jack Panzer. However, that's not the case always. This tank does not have very good armor. You will get occasional troll bounces, but not all the time. So that's all that's left is the chieftain on the red team that has some hit points, and the VZ. The chieftain gets a bounce and is now in front of Drisby and the Yag, and now is dead. Now all that remains is a low HP VZ. Drisby tries to shoot the classic dispersion of the E6, misses the shot because of the gun dispersion, and there we have it. Not a very crazy carry, but a high damage game in the E6, showcasing the armor profile, the dispersion of the tank, and yes, how fast you can farm your opponents. 5,500 damage, 1,600 damage assisted, which counts as your own, tracking the Jack Panzer and others, and 4 kills, so a golden ace. And this is one of the very few tanks in tier 10 that has 150 percent of credit score efficiency. So obviously 297,000 credits earned with premium account after deductions of the use of provisions and consumables. There you have it. There you have it, ladies and gents. We can clearly see with premium accounts 297 and 911 shots into the VZ. Project Murat for 633, one of the shots lighting him on fire. Jack Panzer E100, 984, one of them was a max roll for 500 in the process. Chieftain for 904 and the E5 for 1504, 1504. So that's it for today, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you all in the next one. Please do send me your replays on my Discord account. I will showcase your match replays. And yes, I hope all of you are stay safe and are doing well. Please like, subscribe, and share the channel. It will help my channel grow and will motivate me more to make more videos, more good replays, so people can watch them, learn from it, and get good at this game. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.